Hello everyone! Welcome to Reclamation, Reclaim the World. This is episode 26 of our Let's Play series for Minecraft Java, and in this episode we're going to be working with Botania. I'm also going to show you a little bit of the off-camera work I did. Well, I did a lot of off-camera work, but mostly it was just clearing out this space in the Botania area. I also added on to our boilers, and I added on to our lava farm. So I increased the size of the Botania area by a great deal. This area is pretty much done, but this area out here is, well, a work in progress. Right now it's just all torches, but we have plenty of room to grow for power. I added another boiler because we're going to need it. We need blaze cakes, but yeah, that's a completely different thing. We need, you know, it to be hotter so we can get more power out of it. So I just added another boiler since all we have is coal at the moment. I can make blaze cakes, but there's no way to automate it. Like, you know, like no touch. So I moved our mana pool, and I'm going to show you how to move mana. It's pretty easy. Just make a few of these mana tablets, which is just a mana pearl surrounded by living rock. You just make a few of them, and I'll bring these over here so I can show you. You see it pulsating every now and then. It'll dip. See that in my hand? That's because my mana is actually putting mana into it. But anyway, so when you're transporting mana between mana pools, you're going to want to set... See this arrow? It's pointed to the mana pool, right? So that's saying if you put an object in there, it's going to take the mana from the object and put it in the mana pool. You can also reverse it with the wand of the forest so that it takes from the mana pool and fills up the object. When you put something in a mana pool, it will never despawn as long as it's in the mana pool. Okay? So I'm going to real quick show you how to do this. So this is going to take from the mana pool. Well, okay, that was a bad example because it doesn't have very much. Let's do this one. So we're gonna take from the mana pool and put into the tablet, and it actually drains it quite fast. You stand here and watch it. See it. But that's how you transport mana between mana pools. It goes way faster than using the mana spreaders. The mana spreaders are slow compared to that. But we're gonna speed things up here. We're gonna be doing some really cool stuff. But first we gotta get our mana generation set up. So that's what we're gonna be doing today now that we've moved our stuff over. And I'm gonna walk you through what little I did. I did initially set it up, and I did a test to make sure that I had it configured right, because I don't want to waste you guys' time. So showing you stuff that you already know. So you guys already know about encased fans, but I'm going to walk you through a few of the other things that you might not know, and we're going to talk about the setup that we're going to be making. So this is our alchemy catalyst, and I filled this up via mana tablet. And then once your mana tablet is done filling it up, then you can just pick it up. Okay. So let's talk about this for a second. So this is 17 rows, I do believe, if I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, yeah. 17 rows of 4 per row of endoflames. So I made up a few mana spreaders I mean, it's easy to make them. Gold is not an issue anymore. You're going to want 1 mana spreader per row of endoflames, and you want them to be well, you want them to be not super high up, but you want them to be high up, okay? So like this. Yeah, be careful. Whoosh. Those are the fans. We'll get to that in a second. So you're going to want them towards the front instead of the back, because you're going to be spraying into the mana pools. So you're just going to set them up just like this. They don't have to be right next to the endoflames. It has a little bit of a distance that it can send the mana, so it's fine. But you're also going to want to have lenses on all of these. So lenses are really easy to make if you don't remember the recipe for them. So it's just mana steel with some glass. So before I ripped our old stuff down, I made sure to put the new stuff up, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So we made these mana lenses before we ripped the old stuff down. But it doesn't really take a whole lot of mana to make mana steel. So okay, so those guys are all ready to go. We haven't configured the flowers. We will in a second. First, I want to talk about these fans. Okay, now you're gonna want the fans to blow, and we want them set to a specific speed. For this setup, I have it set at 225. So this is a rotational speed controller. I have an extra one in here so I can show you. They're extremely easy to make. You just use a brass casing and a precision mechanism. And we already made precision mechanisms, so you guys know how to do all that. But we need to... we definitely need to make a few of these. I've also got one set on the main line over there to increase the RPM. So, but this is really important that it has its own rotational speed controller, because you want it to go all the way to the end. And because we're working with extremely limited pipes, the pipes we have suck. So you want to only have one line coming out of this, and we're going to put a chest on top of these hoppers. And I'll show you how all that's going to work. That way we only have one line coming out of the coal drawer. This is the way it's got to be until we get mechanism going. Okay? Do I have chests on me? I don't think so. Alright, so when you hook up the rotational speed controller, right? You put it down. So the power that you're wanting to tier up needs to go in this side. Or this side. Then you're going to put a big cog, just like that, on top right here. This big cog is what this is. So, regardless of what speed this is coming in, you can set the big cog to turn whatever speed you want to. And then you hook up your power that you're wanting to control the speed on to the big cog. Just like that. Okay? So it's actually quite interesting. So we're set at 225. This is what happens if I set it at 1. It's barely moving. But this is going really fast. You see that? Because this is our power input and this is our power output. And the rotational speed controller just controls how fast a specific line goes. Okay? So we got to put this back to 225 because that was exactly the speed we needed to be. And we're going to pick this up. All right. It's a very handy tool. So anyway, you're going to daisy chain your stuff. I'm going to bring it all the way over here to the fans. Both fans need to go that way. They need to be blowing, not sucking. Okay? And we want it to go all the way to the end of to our endo flames right here. Okay? So there's going to be one space between the endo flames and the fans. That's where you're going to put your open crates. So you're going to need 2 open crates with 2 hoppers on top of them. You see that? All right. So let's go get some chests. I can't wait till I get some baubles because running slow is just really driving me bananas. Bananas. Okay, so we got 2 chests. They don't need to be upgraded unless you really want to. Just regular chests will do. It's just so we can circumvent the pipe issue. That's the only reason why we're doing it. Because technically you don't really need to have chests up on this. Okay, so now we can't hook the coal up yet to it because we're not even remotely done. So now we need 2 chutes. And the 2 chutes are going to empty into, yeah, you guessed it, 2 more chests. The chests are holders, okay? This is so we don't have to use a bunch of belts and stuff like that. So, what this is basically going to be is a catch-all. It will catch anything coming into, or anything that the endo flames don't pick up, okay? It's going to catch it and it's going to recycle it back into the system. All right. So. You know, honestly, we should probably not use chests, but yeah, we're going to have to. Shoot. We have to use chests because they have to be connected. So we have to use chests. So let's go ahead and dig this out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our chutes right here. Boink, boink, just like that. And then we're going to put our chest right here. Right? So let me give you a demonstration with a piece of cobble. So the piece of cobble or andesite is going to go in here. It's going to get shot out and it's going to end up over here, and then there it is. You see that? Now if this was coal, well, let's just hope this works. I'm a little concerned that it's not going to work. We should probably do some tests. The endo flames don't like to pick things up if it's going too fast. So that's an issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a bunch of coal in here and let it go and see who actually picks up and who doesn't. Okay, so see how these guys right here aren't actually picking anything up? That's because it's going too fast for them to do so. So that's a problem, and we're going to have to figure out a way to fix it. But you see how the coal is going into this that didn't get used, right? Yeah, it's just going too fast. What am I gonna do? I mean, we could reduce how many endo flames we're using. We're gonna have to slow it down and just see what happens. So if we slow it down to, like, say, let's go with 180. Let's see where that puts the coal at. So now we've got new guys lighting up. Do you see that? But it's stopping like right there. So that's not ideal. But we do have guys lighting up. I was trying to avoid having to use a belt because I just didn't want to have to mess with it, but we might actually have to change this up because this is not working. I mean, we could just reduce how many endo flames that we're using for now until we get better pipes. The pipes is the limiting factor, unfortunately. So it is actually picking them up now closer, like it's starting right there, and that will be the end point. But it's not picking these guys aren't picking up the coal. So let's go to 100 and see where that sets us. We want this first row right here to pick up. Yeah, it's still not picking up that first row. And this would be the end point right here. So, yeah, that's not good. So maybe if we reduce it a little bit more, that'll give us an idea. 90 maybe? No, we're still not picking up. Still not picking up. So let's go back to 80 then. How about that? 80? 80 work? Almost. 80 almost works, and that would be the cutoff for 80. Let's drop it to 75 and see what happens then. Nope. So it's going to be in 10 increments, it looks like. So 70 should pick up that first row. Yeah, that's it right there. So 70 picks up the first row, and this is the end point. So these guys right here, I think can pick up, but these guys can't. So we've got to reorganize this. That's a lot less endo flames for sure, so that's not ideal. But without the mechanism pipes, we have issues, so that's okay. It's okay. So we can logistically pick up to right there. So let's go ahead and assign these endo flames. So I'm just basically sneak clicking. When you mouse over a flower, it'll show you the mana spreader it's hooked to. So if you get confused, see how it highlights the mana spreader that it's hooked to? Handy for if you're like, don't remember what you just did. And of course, we've got to hook up the mana spreaders to the pools. I almost said power. Which I guess technically it is power, isn't it? Yeah, that's a lot less, but you know, we'll get it fixed up once we get mechanism going. We just need some pipes, some proper pipes that actually are going to work better. I have gone through so much food just from running around. Okay, so let's go ahead and hook these. I'll take those apart in a second. Let's go ahead and hook these guys up. Sneaking around. This one pool right here is going to be our main pool. So, eventually I'll have all of these pointed at the same pool. I'll show you what we're going to do with that. So we can go ahead and put this in here. And it's going to do that. So it is actually going to give all of the flowers mana. But we're going to end up in the middle right there at the end. So I'm going to have to go get some more coal so I can see exactly where it stops. We're going to have to sacrifice 2 endo flames for this setup, unfortunately. That's okay. Let's see where we end up. So it looks like right here is going to be the pile up. I don't know if these end flowers will actually get power, but you know, we'll see. These 2 right here. These 2 right here. Oh, I can't jump out. Mechanics of Minecraft. Okay. And grab that. And get me out of here. Thank you. Okay. So, what we're going to need to do is get these guys. And we'll have to do it off to the side right here so that I can access the... So there's our chutes. Just like that. And then we're going to need the chests. See, it was already starting to pick stuff up, so that's pretty cool. Put this in there. My chest. My chest. Oh, did you just burn my chest? Oh, you did. Yeah, that's the bad thing about endo flames is they'll burn anything. It's okay. We'll just make another one real quick. We'll just make another one. Just like that. Okay. So, you know what? Actually, I think I'm going to come in from the bottom on this. Actually. So we want item extractor right here. Yep. And we're going to have to come over here. And we will hook it up to right there. And we'll go right along this. Just like that. Looks good. Put our little item extractor back. Stick a lever on him. Like that. And bring the item pipe with us. Like that. No, not that. Okay. And up we go. Actually, you know what? Let's bring him over like that. And then up. Like that. We want him to go into the chest. Ouch. Just like that. Okie dokies. Jump down here. And can I reach it? I can't quite reach it. Just like that. We'll leave this open for now, just in case we need to access it, because we're testing mode right now. I did set this to on, right? Okay, it's on now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and dump this coal back in there, and this stuff should start rocking and rolling. This is the cycle system where it's going to take anything that doesn't get picked up by the endo flames and it's going to cycle it. Yeah. Man, the spreader's full. It's because this pool is full. So let's relieve it of its overburden, shall we? So we're gonna suck the mana out of there. I gotta know what flowers light up and what don't, so we'll just suck the mana out real quick, and that'll make the mana spreaders work, and everybody will light up like they're supposed to. So this will be a constant flow, guys. Absolute constant flow. So it looks like it's doing just fine. Very nice. So we can probably fill this in now. It's working. We're all good. We're all good. But we're not done because we need to send a line. We need to send a line to, how do I have less dirt? The heck did I put in my backpack? Where'd my dirt go? Okay, whatever. Alright, so we need to set a line from here to there. So I kind of want to go in the ground, right? So we're gonna go like this. Which it's gonna throw a hissy fit because there's already a line here. So we're gonna have to fiddle with hookages. There. And we'll just run it all the way along this and then this way and bring it up. So, no. And we're gonna need a lever. So this should start inputting the coal right into the chest. Just like that. And it'll start cycling it too, so things are gonna get clogged for sure. For sure. I don't know if it's smart enough to stop bringing the coal if it... Yeah. We're definitely going to have a clog down at the end, but it's fine. It is all fine. I'm not going to worry too awfully much about it. We got mana. That's what matters. Grab these for when we expand this once we have proper pipes. Okay. So we're going to have to go ahead and fix this up. And we're going to have to go get some more dirt because apparently my dirt decided to go on walkabout. I'm not really sure where my dirt went off to. So anyway, these are now completely automated, which is exactly what we were wanting. So we're going to fill this guy back up and move some of the mana just because I wanted this to keep working. Because we're going to need a lot of mana. So, you're probably wondering, why do I have all these pools when I could only shoot just to a couple of these mana pools? Well, because we're going to make some runes and sparks. That's why. They're actually probably not called runes. Let me see if I can. They're mana manipulation, sparks. Well, we're gonna make some sparks. But there's these really cool things that you can put on the sparks that help tremendously. I gotta find them though. They are here somewhere. I don't know why I'm not seeing them. I'll just show you outside the book. So, Botania. Sorry, my hands are hurting because of all the work I did earlier. So where are they? Here they are. So these little spark augment thingies you can put on sparks. Sparks are pretty easy to make. We have all the mats to do this. These spark augments can help super much. So we can, for instance, do dispersive, right? The dispersive augment allows you to, it will take the, if I remember correctly, it takes the mana that's pumped into this mana pool and will disperse it to all these different mana pools, which is very handy. It will eventually fill up, but it will fill up the other mana pools first, if that makes any sense. So it's basically having one mana pool that's primary and then one mana pool, one mana pool that's primary, and then you can have all the other mana pools fill up by that one. You can also have one mana pool that will always stay full, and then you have a mana pool that disperses, so you have all of them aimed. So I'll probably do it with this one right here. I'll have this one as the dispersing one, and it will disperse to all of these, and then we can have this one as the one that is always full. So you can do all kinds of fun, good stuff like that with it. And you don't have to stand here shuffling your mana around with mana tablets. So that's like really awesome. But we have to move our mana a little bit because we want the mana spreaders to keep working and the endo flames. So this is a constant thing now. It's just going to keep creating. Now, I mean, you might be able to put more endo flames on one mana spreader, but I wouldn't suggest it. You should probably only have 4. the reason for that is mana spreaders have a limit how much mana they can hold at a time. So if you exceed that, then you're just wasting mana. 4 is the optimal that I have seen for 1 mana spreader. Okay, we're just gonna leave that in our inventory. And we need a bit of dirt so I can fix that hole. But for all intents and purposes, that's done, and now we can look towards the future. Give me some dirt. I love it when things work. Super happy. And it's all hidden in the ground, so it's not all ugly and stuff. So that's great. That's super. Alright. So, now that we've got that brouhaha taken care of, now we have to think about the next leg of our adventure. Because this was actually pivotal, okay? So the next thing we need to worry about doing is getting our portal to Alfhiem going. But we can't do that until we make a Terrasteel setup. So Terrasteel is a complex and useful magical alloy infused with ridiculous amounts of mana. Synthesizing it proves to be no small task. For starters, its creation requires a Terrasteel agglomeration plate placed over a checkerboard pattern of lapis blocks in living rock or shimmer rock, whichever you want to use. This block then needs to be provided with mana through sparks. Do not try to do it with mana spreaders. It will fail. So we want to make this Terrasteel agglomeration plate. So we're going to need fire, air, mana, earth, and water. I made up a bunch of rooms, so I don't know if I made enough. We'll have to go look. Oh, also, we need to decide where we're going to stick it. Yes, we do. So this is the setup. And you're going to want it situated in a place where it has access to mana forever. So this, we decided, was going to be our permanent pool. So kind of getting it off over here would probably be good. Or we could go over here, but we're going to have to change the positioning of this stuff, which isn't really a big deal. This would have more room if we did it over here. So maybe we should do it over here instead. It can't be too far away. So like right here is good. So we're gonna have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just like a crafting grid. And then you just boink, put it right there. Okay. Alright. We're gonna go get the living rock and make the lapis blocks. Well, actually, I think it's 4 lapis blocks, isn't it? Or is it 5? Oh, it's only 4. So that, and that. And that. Oh, right. That's the plate. And then we need lapis blocks. 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll stick these in there like that. And now we need to pick the plate. So. Now you really should have a chute or a open crate above, because you don't want to accidentally pick up the ingredients when you're doing stuff with this contraption. So let's see if we can find the plate. The plate, the plate. There it is. So we need 3 lapis blocks, a block of mana steel, and one of all the primary runes. I don't know if I made them all. Yeah, I guess I did. So, okay, so we're gonna need... Let's go over the recipes for all of these. I mean, it really doesn't take that much time to do them, so I really suggest you do them. So I've got a fishing... This is for water. It makes 2 runes. So fishing rod, water artichoke, bone meal, mana steel, and mana powder. Fire, it's mana powder, ember shard, nether wart, nether brick, mana steel. Earth, any kind of mushroom, andesite alloy, stone, mana steel, and mana powder. Air, mana powder, string, bamboo, any kind of carpet, mana steel. And then of course mana is just mana steel with a mana pearl. Okay, now these are actually not that hard to make. You remember how when we were making the flowers, after you make the first craft, if you click on it with your open hand, it automatically puts the stuff on the table. It's the same way with this. So it's really not that hard to mass make the runes. Okay, it just takes time. You just got to do it. All right. All right. So we need 1 of each of these suckers, and we need some mana steel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we need some mana steel blocks. Just 1. Just 1. Okay, and we're gonna need, oh, we do actually need 2 of these, right? Or was it 3? I think it was 3. All right, so there's our plate. Okay, so the plate, I really do suggest you use a chute, or you can use an open crate. I'll show you why here in a second, because if you don't, well, you're probably gonna be sorry. Probably. All right. Okay, so the first thing that we need to talk about is this thing. It takes a metric crap ton of mana, okay, to make stuff. And you don't want to mess around with that, because if you interrupt the recipe, because the recipe occurs on this plate. So let's say that the recipe required 1 living rock and 1 chest and 1 cobblestone slab. Okay, the little spark above it, which we haven't put on there yet, but the little spark that's going to be above it is going to pull the mana from this mana pool. So this mana pool will have a spark also. Okay, and what's going to happen is it's going to drain it really fast, and then it's going to do the recipe, and then it's going to change it into something else. Okay, if you accidentally pick something up from this, even if it's used a whole bunch of mana, it will interrupt the crafting process. It'll expend the mana anyway, and it will fail. So yeah, it kind of sucks. So don't do that. Don't do it. So it's better to have something like this, so you can just put the stuff in the chest. So I can just stand like right here and put the stuff in the chest. It'll drop it on the plate and do the recipe without me getting too close to it. Because if you're trying to throw stuff on there, right, it's like, oh no, not quite. Oh, okay. Oh, I accidentally picked it up. You know, it's like you have a chance that you're going to pick it up, right? And it could mess up, and yeah, you just don't want to do that. Don't do that. And also, if you do get all the stuff on the plate and you go to move away and you accidentally pick it up, well, that's going to mess up also. So it's better just to have a chute and or an open crate with a chest. That way you can just stand over here and it'll drop the ingredients. Okay? Okay. So, now we got this set up. Now we need to make sparks. So, sparky poos are cute little guys. We're gonna need, well, let's see. Let's count them. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I don't think I have any of that stuff down here. I don't think I do. So we need some gold nuggets. I need petals. A whole bunch of petals. Dude, I just have like stuff like all over the place. I forgot I had those endless flames there. That sucks. I made so many. Oh, okay. Well, oops. Oopsie doodles. I got spoiled with this yeastcraft having refined storage. Ugh. I keep putting things in places that I shouldn't be putting them. It's terrible. Alright, I'm gonna go get the mats for this and I will be back, okay? Okay, I think I got everything. So let's go ahead and make up our nuggets first. So we're gonna need 36 of these things, which is actually quite a lot. Need some petals. Alright, throw our gold in there. Okay, so we now have our basic sparks. And each one of these mana pools is going to take a spark. So just kind of walk along them and throw them down. Now, until we have those augments that I showed you, the little rune things, we're not going to be able to fill all these mana pools up by themselves. So we will have to work with that. So that's what it looks like. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to borrow one. So let's grab this guy right here. Gotta use the wand of the forest to pick him up. We're gonna need one right here. So we will have to make an extra one eventually. Okay. So now that we have that done, we need to grab the mana out of this pool real quick. And we're going to transfer it to this pool over here because we need to make some Terrasteel. It takes about a half a pool of mana to make Terrasteel. But we have to make Terrasteel before we can make our elven portal. So. And it looks like we have reached capacity on the coal. Which is not good. So we're going to shut the lever off for now. Because it's got enough coal in the system for a while. So we're just shut it off and let it burn off what it's got. And then we can turn it back on later. So, to make Terrasteel, requires a mana diamond, a mana pearl, and a mana steel. And of course, mana. Okay, our mana pool is full. We're going to go ahead and fill this one up too. Because why not? Okay, we're going to leave that in our inventory. All right, so let's go and get the mats that we need. We're gonna process 2 stacks of mana steel because I noticed we were getting kind of low. So this is our tiered up lava gen, and the reason why I did this is because I was trying to get some excess, but it doesn't look like we're getting excess yet. It is burning it the minute it pops out. So, but our obsidian's coming along pretty good. Alright, so we need 2 stacks of iron. Yeah, I took the signs from downstairs, but I haven't taken them from the other levels. Okay. So we have diamonds, and I have ender pearls in my backpack because I've been smacking endermen as I'm working. So let's use this pool right here to do our stuffers. And why are we not working? Hello? This is iron ingots. Oh, wait. Right. I completely forgot. Has to be infused. So we'll have to go take care of that real quick. I'll be back in a minute, okay? Okay, so we didn't have to wait for a really long time. I went ahead and I only made 50. So, there's that. That's exactly what we needed. I'm gonna get some diamonds. And a stack of ender pearls. You guys are probably like, how do you have so many ender pearls? You have not seen my upstairs. I have so many endermen up there. They just, I don't know, they're like multiplying or something. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so let's talk about how this thing works. So you take it, right? You stand away from it, and you're gonna put 1 mana pearl, 1 mana diamond, and 1 mana steel in it. And poof, there it is. Look at how much it used. Oh, wow, it didn't use very much at all. Okay, so that has been changed. That's excellent. Alright, I can live with that. Oh, it looks like it's taking from other mana pools. I don't have a problem with that. Let's make use of all my mana. Okay, why are we not working? There it goes. So Terrasteel is used for quite a few things, okay? But the main thing that we're wanting is to open up a portal to Alfhiem. So see, this is what's going to make our armor. Which is awesome. And our weapon of mass destruction. So, that's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is make the pylons. So we have to make these first and then these. Incidentally, 2 of these, if I remember correctly, count the same as books. So it's very good to make these, so then you don't have to make a bunch of books. We haven't gotten around to that. We don't have anything to enchant anyway, so. And we don't have a mob farm, so we need Eyes of Ender to make these. We're going to need 2 of these Natura pylons. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's go ahead and keep doing this until we're out of mana. Because I sure would like to have some armor. Just gotta keep an eye on it. Because it will waste the mana. My mouse is acting up, I think. There it goes. Keeps putting too many. Oh, we're still looking okay. Nope, they put 2. Saw that? There it goes. Using all our mana. It's okay, because we're going to let it build back up, you know? It's all good. So we need at least one for the portal to Alfheim, I think. Might need more than that. Oh, where's the blocks? Elven Gateway Core. So we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you need 1 ingot of Terrasteel to make the portal to Alfheim. 1 Terrasteel ingot. Alright, well, let's go ahead and decide where we're going to stick this guy. We're going to need 2 mana pools, and we're going to need to construct these mana pylons. Do I have any extra mana pools? I thought I made some. Yeah, okay. So we need 2 extra mana pools. And it is a multi-block structure, so come over here and Alphamancy, portal to Alfheim. Visualize. We're gonna stick it right here. So we need that, that, and that. Just like that. Looks good. Alright. So, it tells you what they are when you mouse over them. Isn't that cool? So we need 1, 2, 3 glimmering living logs. Which I think are just logs with glowstone, honestly. And I don't have any glowstone. Go ahead and stick these in there. So let's get the living logs out. And log. So we need this guy. And we need just the living logs. And we're going to need the core. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We need the core. So, just like a whole bunch of these guys. And we're going to need a bunch of nuggies. And we're going to need the pylons. So, we're going to need 2 mana diamonds for the initial pylons. 2 gold. Or 4 gold, 4 mana steel. Just like that. And then this guy is going to take Eyes of Ender. So we're going to need 2 of those. So 2 Ender Pearls. And we're going to have to scoochie our bigoochies upstairs and get some glow dust and get some blaze powder. I'm going to have to summon some more blazes. As I was saying, I don't have any problem getting Ender Pearls. I have zillions of Endermen that like to hang out in my base for whatever reason. Yep. Alright, there's our Eyes of Ender. Got our mana diamonds. So let's craft this up. And then we're going to craft these up. So those are our pylons. And then we're going to need to make the core. And we're going to need to make 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Alright. But yes, as you can see, I have no problem whatsoever acquiring Enderman. Come here, buddies. Why this is, I have no idea, but they just really, really like hanging out on my pipe. It's the darndest thing. And I don't want that, or that, or that, or that. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's get Mr. Late. Okay. Alrighty. Now we can dump this. I actually killed one earlier that had dirt. Kind of made me mad. I was like, how dare you pick up my dirt? And you can hear more. There's more. So yeah, I don't have any problem getting ender pearls. They repopulate constantly. Alright, so this right here is a living log. So we're going to take our living log and get this one right like that. We want everybody going in the right direction, right? Like that. And then this is a living log. And this one is a living log. And this is your core. I'm not sure. I might actually have to... We actually might need to move it up one, guys. I think we might need to. Let's go ahead and move it up one, just in case. I'm worried. I'm gonna put them right like that. And we'll just put end pieces like this. So it's easier to place the logs. Just like that. And put the oven core. Put our living sparkly wood. There. There's our gateway. And you could fill these corners in with whatever you want, or don't fill them in at all. It's easier if you fill them in to place the logs, but I mean, like, you don't have to. If you don't want to. You could just use regular spruce if we want. It's kind of pretty. It's kind of pretty. Oops. There. Okay, so you get your little mana pools and you situate them just right like that. And then you're going to put these Natura pylons just like this. And you have to fill these up and keep them full. So, yeah, that's a thing. You have to have 2 full mana pools to open the gate. Which is actually quite a lot. Okay. So we'll have one full, and then we'll have to fill up the other one. But guys, I think that's going to be just about it for this episode. I mean, we could hang out and try to fill this up and open the portal, I suppose. Let me go see how long we have on the video. Oh yeah, we could totally do it. Absolutely. We're only an hour and 16 minutes. It's not bad at all. That's not too bad. Okay, that one's full. At least 2 mana pools with deter pylons directly above them would be needed within an 11 by 11 lemon area around the core. The initial activation of the portal, we believe, would cost a huge amount of mana from said pools and would be performed by a right-click the core with your Wand of the Forest. The portal is designed to draw mana from all pools with pylons equally. If any pool ran out, any connection a portal might have would close. Even with all these preparations, any link the portal could establish would be too weak to transfer living beings, blah 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 blah. I'm not sure if the pool, it's like a long-standing question I've always had, is what does the pool actually take mana from, like, constant, like having it open? Does it constantly bleed mana? So I'm not sure. I do know the initial activation requires mana. So, but as to whether it takes it constantly or not, I don't know if it does. It might be per, you know, like when you get items. Because the portal to Alfhiem is just an exchange system. I'll steal some of these. Give me some of this, because we're not currently transmuting anything. Okay. Pull a little bit more out. Okay, these two are completely full. Absolutely completely full. So what I think I want to do honestly is get another one of these mana spreaders out with a lens, and I think I'm gonna put this right there, and well, that's not gonna work, is it? I basically want to make it to where I can fill both pools up, so because I don't remember, I don't think, oh, it's been a while since I did MC Eternal too, right? I don't, I think it might take mana when it when items are transferred. Okay. We're gonna focus the beams. All right. All right, that's good. So, it doesn't look like it's transferring, so let's go ahead and open it. So there is our mana, or sorry, our Elven Gateway, okay? So, now that we've got the Elven Gateway, we can do some really cool stuff, right? Yes, sirree, Bob. Alright, so one of the things that we need to make is those dispersion, that dispersion rune and stuff like that. So, to have that, you gotta have pixie dust. Well, we can't make pixie dust. We have to trade for it. So, you gotta throw in mana pearls and it gives you pixie dust. So let's just do 6 for now. I think we're going to need a whole bunch, but we'll just see. Let's just do 6. So the first thing you got to do is I got to remove the book, and I don't remember how to do that. How do I remove the book? Does it tell you how to remove it in the quest? I think it does. Under the very first quest line, right? To remove a stored book, transform the tome into the book, and then sneak and press your drop key. Okay. Sneak, drop. There we go. Excellent. Okay. So this is the very first thing you want to throw through. Okay. So you get it right up to it, and then go boink. And they'll give it back to you. Now see, it just gave us a new book that we can combine with our Akashic Tome. So now we have the Lexicon Botania upgraded. So that's awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw these mana pearls in. Alright, so we just got pixie dust. So what we're wanting to make is these runes. I want to read about them because, I mean, I don't remember. What they actually do. Dispersion allows the spark to drain mana in its pool to charge nearby players. Okay, that's not what we need. Dominant augment makes a spark pull mana from nearby non-augmented sparks pools into its own until the latter is full. So the dominant one is, we want to make that for this guy right here. We want this guy to be our dominant. So let's go make a dominant. Dominant. So we have fire, mana steel, and that pixie powder. Okay. Okay. So now that we have this, we can come over here and we can click in on his spark. So this guy right here, we're going to click it on his spark. And now he's going to pull mana from all the other pools into himself and keep himself full. See that? Isn't that cool? All right. So. The recessive augment makes the spark distribute all of the mana in its pool into any nearby non-augmented or dispersive sparks pool. So that's what we want. We want to make one recessive, and we're going to put him right here. Actually, we should probably put him in the center, shouldn't we? We should. So we need one earth. One pixie dust. And one mana steel. So there's our recessive. Now we have to decide who's going to be the target for all of the beams, right? So I'm thinking central for the mana spreaders. So like right here probably be good. So it's the third one. That guy. I'm going to leave those three until they fill him up. I'm going to leave it on that. So you get right up to it, and then you're going to click it. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It just spreads the mana to all the pools. Isn't that awesome? So this guy is always full. So technically, we could probably do this. Give me this guy. So we can take this guy right here, and we can move him onto the dominant one for now. And then click him to there. Just like that. Because this guy's always going to be full. And then we can take these guys. And we can refocus them onto the central mana pool. That is filling everyone up. Isn't that awesome? I love Botania. Okay, so that's so cool. Ta-da! So they're all focused on this one mana pool, and that mana pool is sending mana to all of them. Isn't that beautiful? And it's got sparklies! Don't we love the sparklies? Okay. Super. So, we now have our portal to Alfhiem, and we have our ability to make Terrasteel. So that is awesome. So the first thing I want to do is upgrade my rings because OMG. So let's run back over here. Once we get some good mana coming in, we're gonna have to make some more Terrasteel, I think. But for now, we're gonna upgrade. I'm gonna upgrade that guy, and we're gonna upgrade this guy. Now, as you notice, he can hold a whole lot more mana, which is awesome. But this guy also creates a lot more mana, so that's awesome too. Alright, so we have 9. Each piece of armor takes 3. So that gives you an idea. We need 3 more to make what we need to make. So, for the armor, we need 3 more. So we're going to have to do some more diamonds. We're just going to do 16 more. So we're going to come over here to this guy, and we're going to boink. Alright. So we need 3 on that. Now we don't have to mine or anything, right? So we don't really need to make the Terra Shatterer and stuff like that. And we're going to need mana pearls. 1, 2, 3. So let's just worry about getting this done first, huh? So this guy's full. This guy's working on it. We should have enough. There it goes. Took a while. Made me nervous there for a second. So this guy's going to keep pulling the mana in until he's full. I'm not sure why there was hesitation. I mean, we have mana, so that's weird. That's weird. I think it's trying to use the recessive ones before the dominant, which is probably not a good thing. There it goes. It finally used the dominant. Well, that's all we can do. We have enough now. No, not quite. We need one more. We don't quite have the mana. So I'm going to have to sit here AFK for a little while and let the mana come back. So while we're waiting on mana, I was thinking about something. So I think we're going to do it. So I'm going to make 34 pasture seeds. And we're 34 ender flames. And we're going to need 34 pieces of dirt. Oh, that's for create. I'll use the dirt I got for Botania. So we need 34 pieces of dirt. So you put the ender flames, the pasture seeds, and the dirt. And it's not working. Okay, where are we not working? Seriously. Use. Right. You have to make regular flowers first. And then you can use the regular flowers and combine them with the... Okay. Sorry. I did not remember. I suppose we're just going to have to get some more flowers real quick then. That's weird. I thought that you could use the big ones. But apparently you can't. So we need to make this. So we're going to bounce upstairs real quick. So I need some of this. And let's see if I mean that might actually give us enough, right? Maybe. Maybe. So we just need 36 flowers. It doesn't have to be the same flowers. It can be different ones. We're also going to have to delve into our... well, shoot. Let's go ahead and stick those in there for now. Oh, not those. Not those. So what we're going to do while we're waiting on mana, so that I'm not wasting time, is we're going to put another row of endo flames. But, you know, they have to be floating for it to work. So, that's what we're going to do. we're going to make some floating endoflames. Because who doesn't want a little lag, right? But that will allow us to get more out of our stuff. All right. So we need 34 of these things. And we're going to need 34, 30. We're going to need a stack of 64. Stack of 64 glow dust. Wrong way. So let's see if we have enough. We're gonna need a little extra, so I'll have to grab some from right here. Okay. So, that's 11. So I'll do these first. So that's the glimmerings. So you stick those in with the pasture seeds and it makes these floating magenta flowers. You see that? And let's do the lime and the purple. And the purple. And then we'll do the same thing with those. So we need 12 more. 9, 10, 11, 12. That works. Those and those. And these guys can go back in there, and you, and you, and you. Oh, we need one more. One more. Let's do the blue guy, I guess. All right, that and our pasture seed. There. Okay, so you just stick him in there with that, and now we have a floating endoflame. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. So now we have floating endoflames. Like E, that was a lot of work. Oh, we had some in there already. Darn it. Like E, that was a lot of work. Why'd you do that? Well, I'll show you. So these floating endoflames can be put above the endoflames. Like that. Isn't that cool? Just like that. And see, they're already getting triggered. See that? We're gonna stick another row of mana spreaders on this. Oh, we weren't supposed to put that one on there. And he's in the system now. That's not good. That's not good. There he is. Give me that. We got him, we got him, we got him. And he goes right there. So this next row is going to go on top of the mana spreaders we already have. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 mana spreaders. Oh no. Do I have any in my backpack? Oh yeah, thank goodness. Okay. We got 9 mana spreaders and we need 9 lenses. So pretty. So I got to get up here. Walk along the top right here. I'm going to put one there, and there, there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and jump up here, and right there. And we'll put these on there. There, there, there. Just like that. All right. Now we have that, so let's get them aimed at where we're going, right? Because right now they're pointing at the sky. So let's get them all pointed in the right spot. The mana beams won't hurt you, but you know, it puts mana into your stuff, so when you get hit by mana beams. So you go right there, and you go right there. All right. So now we've got to configure all of these little guys to the top mana spreaders. Which sounds like it would be easy, but it's not going to be easy because we've got to get to them. So, let's see here. This guy. This guy. might be a bit easier if we go up. Okay. We could probably make 2 more because I just realized that they're not going to block the chutes. So we could probably make 2 more. Got him. There we go. Alright, let's move over. I don't know if I can reach that one. Oh, I got him. Uh-oh. Yeah, we didn't get him. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. Oh, I think I got him. We'll check those front ones when we're done, because I don't know if I got them all properly. Yeah, we'll check the front ones. It's too hard to get them. One, two, three, four, 5. All right, we're good. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Now we're gonna rock and roll mana. Yes, we are. Of course, you know, it's gonna burn a lot more coal, but that's okay. We seem to be not having a problem with that. We make 2 more. I'll do it off camera. I'm not gonna do it right now. Let's go see if we have enough now to... Yeah, we have enough now to do the stuffers. So let's get out our... mats. And very nice. All right, so we have all the rune or the Terrasteel for our armor now. The only thing left that we have to do is get enough Terrasteel for our sword. That only requires 2. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to call the episode, because I think that's a good spot. We've done a ton of stuff today. Tons and tons of stuff today. And I am pretty happy about it. So we just need 2 more. 2 more, and we'll be able to construct our sword. Now, the armor is going to take a little bit more work. So we'll go over the armor here in a second. Because that's what you guys' homework is today. So each piece of armor requires one of these runes. You got a rune of spring, a rune of summer, a rune of autumn, and a rune of winter. See? Spring, summer, autumn, winter. So you guys' homework for today is to make those runes. Fire, water, wheat, saplings. Sand, air, earth, melon, slime. Tree leaves, air, fire, spider eye. 2 snow blocks, wool, mushroom stew, water, and earth. Seriously. I want my sword. There. Okay. Alright. So now we have enough for our sword. Let's go make it. And in the next episode, we're going to be making our armor. Because you guys should have all the mats created. So it's going to be awesome. And then we're going to have to set up enchantment. So, to make this stuff, you got to make twigs. Lots of twigs. That's the sword. That's armor. And that should be it. 2 for each piece. See that? But right now, we're going to make the sword. So, sword. Oh, it was 1, not 2. That's okay. That's okay. We'll just put him in there. So this stuff is for the armor, which we're going to do in the next episode. So this is the Terrorblade. This is what's so awesome about the Terrorblade. Isn't that cool? You don't need a bow. You can just Terrorblade them to death. So that is excellent. Alright guys. I think that's going to be just about it for today. We did tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff. We made our sword. We made Terrasteel. We made the Terrasteel creation device. We opened up a portal to Alfhiem. We increased our mana gen by a vast amount. I taught you how to use fans from create to cycle the charcoal over the endoflames in an endless loop so you don't waste any. I also taught you how to create floating endoflames so that you don't waste space. And we learned about sparks and how to harness the power of spark augments to fill up all of our mana pools consecutively. So I think that is a pretty awesome episode. And you guys are going to have a lot of stuff to do. So your homework before the next episode starts is to make those runes spring, summer, autumn, and winter. All right? If you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can also craft the Terra Truncator, because the Terra Truncator can bring an entire tree down in one chop. But you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm probably not going to this time around. I don't know. Well, I'll think about it. But if you want to make that, then you know, that's going to be your own thing. You got to do that like separately. We don't need the Terra Shatter or anything like that because we're not getting ores, so there's no real reason to have it. But anyway, I had a lot of fun today, and I hope you guys did too. And I hope you found this episode helpful. As always, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I will try to help you, or you know, another user might see it before I do. So we all just gotta kind of stick together as a community and help each other. All right, I will catch you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to do your homework so you're not behind. You guys take care, all right? Toodles!